Are you going to learn to do things that are fun? Does hard and smart work, does that become fun? All that comes into play when you're working with young people. We bring you in, and we respect you for where you are at, and what you bring to the mix. And it really doesn't make any difference to us. It's where you are now, not where you're going to be. Some people are afraid to take the test. Some people are afraid to measure themselves. Why? Why? It's where you are today, not where you're going to be. Every test you take should be something that tells you where you are today, not where you're going to be tomorrow. Hopefully, will instill some boldness and some courage and a mindset that hard and smart work is fun. If that's all you get out of here, that's important to us. That's important to us. And there are a lot of people here this week, so we need everybody to respect everybody. I don't care what the age is. I don't care if you're going through the lunch line or whatever. Dino will cover some of that. All right? I'm a traditionalist. I'm the oldest guy here. Baby boomers, Generation X, and all you got the millennials. You're going to walk out of this room, you're going to text me, have this old guy talking, and I didn't think too much of him. You know what, it was okay. Well, you have that right, and we don't want to take that right away from you. You have that right. You have instant communication through social networking. What are you going to do with that social networking? Are you going to make a fool out of yourself on it, or are you going to help people with it? You have to make that decision. You made that sign last week, life is all about choices. You're going to have to make some choices. The bottom line is, people like me, I respect you. I respect you for this reason. You're bigger, you're quicker, you're stronger, you're faster, and you'll question what I do, and I don't mind that. I have to prove to you that I have a passion for everything I do, and that I care about your life, and I care about your career. That's what matters. If I can prove that to you, and we as a staff can prove that to you, we're in pretty good shape, because you're going to become a better player and a better person. Alright? You got the foundation of the person, emotionally stable, mentally tough, committed, good with adults, you get along good with adults, your physical fitness, peer group relationships, you got your faith, you got your family, you got your friends, you got your ego, you got interdependency, which comes after being dependent and independent at a teenage age, and then all of a sudden, boom, you don't get along with everybody and you're interdependent, it's game over. So, you got your belief, you got your ethics, you got the ability to listen, authenticity, and communication. Bottom line, that's the biggest word for me, authenticity. You can pass the authenticity test around this place, which means you got a little purpose, you got some substance, you got reason, you're ordinary, you're fun, you like to be where people like to be around you. If I could have one wish, as a parent, it'd be simple. Go to that time camp and cause people to like you for who you are. Find a way to cause people to like you. You aren't going to do it by scoring goals and getting assists and making a big save, because you don't have that many times and that opportunity is there for you. Some of you probably will not score a lot and still play at a high level. I know players who do that in the NHL. The bottom line is, they cause someone to like you. That's a big skill, and that's a skill you better acquire, right? Moving on, you have a passion for everything, you have a passion for life and the game, and you're real curious about everything. You like people who are curious about everything. You always got a head on a swivel. You know everything that's going on in the room. You know everything that's going on the ice. Always know what's going on around you. You see little things that could be improved. You see little things that piece of paper running around. Pick it up. Why not? Okay? So, you help this place be what it is. Okay? Bottom line is, I'll put this thing on the internet and you can read about it. You know, this is an hour and a half speech that's only going to last less than 30 minutes. So we're going to have to jump through this thing. And we want you to know that we care about that. We would spend an hour and a half, but we aren't going to. Alright? Emotional stability, you have people that are going to get in your face, you're going to tell you things you don't want to hear. Bottom line is, better accept it. You Because if you go on the defensive in any teaching situation, you have just killed it. You've just killed a learning situation. So don't go on the defensive. We don't need any buts. What we need is, I'm listening, I'm going to weigh it. I know it's constructive criticism, I know it's going to help me. All right? It's that simple, because if you don't have a clear head, your feet, your hands, and your mind, they do not work. They will not work. So you better have a clear head, and you better like the person you're looking at in the mirror. All right? Mental toughness. Some parents send their kids here, they say, you know, I want my kids to go to camp. I want them to build character. I want to build character. Well, the only thing we're going to do for you, we're going to expose your character. We're going to expose you. We're going to expose all your strengths. We're going to expose all your weaknesses. We're not going to build your character. You have to determine at that point what you're going to do. What are you going to do when you get exposed? Make a mistake, do something right. Don't make any difference. Bottom line is, you will decide if you're going to build your character. We have hump day, like TGIF day, cover those. You know, Wednesday's hump day, maybe the camel's going to show up, maybe not, but it's still the best ad on TV. All right? You know that going in. There are no hump days here. Okay? Because we work on weekends. We work 63 straight days. So often we have a hump day. But it's impossible. We're not going to have it. TGIF. Wes, that means thank you, got it forever. Not thank God it's Friday. Alright? Physical fitness, your body is your only asset. The bottom line is, we get up and be who we are. It's just it's human nature. We get up in the morning just to be who we are. How many of us get up every morning to be who we can be? There's a big difference. And at your age, folks, I still worry about getting up to be something better. At age 75. At your age, wow, you better get after it. You better know that you've got a long way to go. And you're never going to arrive. I have yet to arrive. And that means every one of you in the room have yet to arrive. The booze, the bullying, the drugs, grasping, tobacco, to me, that stuff's all given. You're doing that, talking about death, talking about jail, talking about mental health. That's what you're talking about. So why do it? You're following sport for a reason. Keeps you busy. They have all these pills nowadays for different illnesses. I'm not saying you don't need them. All I can tell you is I must have needed one of those pills. But I had sports to keep me busy. Alright? So if you stay in your sport, and you stay busy, you're probably going to be doing the right thing. Given a choice without training or direction, your mind's going to take the easy way out. It's either going to do nothing or it's going to do one thing at a time. Alright? Life dot drill over there. We talked to some kids about it even just last week, just yesterday. I was talking to twin girls about this, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 left, 2, 2 right, 2, 2, 1, 2, turn around here. You call that a set drill. You know what? You got to get one set of thinker in this game, so you better get that mind moving. You better be doing some things to improve that mind. I don't care what the drill is. You make it more complex, and hopefully your coaches are challenging enough on the ice where the drills are creative, they cause you to think. Then you got your peer group, still to fit in. Do you fit in? You make sure you fit in. Respect everybody in the room for what they bring, alright? Adult relationships, can't say enough about this. Years ago, I think young people thought you were a son or a wrong if you got along with the coach. How wrong is that? All I can tell you right now, as you're talking to this, to Matt Owens upstairs, I said, give me the name of every teacher that impacted your life. Give me the name of every person that impacted your life. There are going to be people that will impact your life. And you want to get next to them. You need 3 to 6 mentors away from your immediate family. Alright? You got communication, like I said, 3 to 6 mentors. You got your ego. There's 2 kinds of ego. There's the arrogant ego, and then there's the one that's just pride. You're never satisfied. Yeah, you got an ego. I want you to have an ego. High ego. But it's all about pride, not being arrogant. And we talk about the independency, the 12 by 12 by 12 theory. It's nothing more than 12 inches down, 12 words out of your mouth. You push 12 steps. I can sit up on this balcony up here outside, and I can tell you a lot about the kids walking on the camp. Just how they walk. Some walk like this, some walk like this. Right? There's a big difference. If they were going out last night, they'd be walking like this. They come in the driveway, walk like this. I can't figure it out. Alright? So, when you start walking fast, go where you're going, you're always thinking about getting it done. Just think what you can do with the extra time, instead of wasting it talking slow. Alright? Qualities that make it hard to play against: aggressive, courage, toughness, use the sides, one-on-one, loose pucks, back check, forward check, just a pile of them. Takeouts, detailed person, containment, face-offs, counter play, net play, on your end and your end. Game within your game, that's being hard to play against. Get the puck, being unselfish, being selfless, having a good reach, having impact strength. You know what? There's a whole bunch more. But you have to refine every one of those up there. You want to be a player, and really, if you want to be a good person, you want to be successful in life. We haven't talked about shooting pucks yet. We haven't talked about scoring. We haven't talked about making a big save. We're talking about people, the real people. And that's what we need to have, real people. All right? And then I got it listed all the way through here. Different things to say about each one. One of the things I get real high about is because it's happened to me so many times in the NHL. Right? Every single time it happens, all right? You get up here. Here. And you gotta talk. I'm too talking. Yeah. Get it on this way, turn it this way. We're going out. There's a loose puck here. He's thinking, you know what? I want that puck. So he's thinking about the puck. No, forget the puck. Think about me. Think your left shoulder, move the head of my right shoulder down my elbows. And he's smaller than me. It's that simple. But I've been in, go ahead, sir. Good job. So, I've been in all these meetings over the years, and they call these players, and the first thing they say, what do you have to do to do it? And the player says, you know what? I think I got to be more physical. Yeah, you're right. No, I'm being proud of you. No, that's not it. How can you be more physical? You're more physical by gaining leverage. You're more physical by studying how to control the opponent's body. You control the opponent's body, no matter what your size is. Using your leverage, that's being physical. And you win all confrontations. When you start winning all confrontations, you start playing with your mind. You start playing with your mind, you're going to win the game. It's that simple. Control opponent's body before thinking of the puck, and you win all confrontations that are playing with your mind. Control your mind, you win the game. Right? I don't know why this doesn't work, but once in a while it does. We got the goaltenders here. We got goaltender coaches. We're not saying a lot about goaltenders right now in this. It's a whole lecture. It's a whole other lecture. All I can say is goaltenders are an extension of the coach. You make the first save with your brains, and you make the second save with your athletic ability. Bottom line, you cause everyone to love you on the team. You cause everyone to like you on the team, they're going to block out pucks. You will have to stop less pucks. You will look better. Now, you learn to purge all negatives, you learn to purge all positives. So what can all of us learn from a goaltender? Purging negatives and positives is a skill and way of life for those who succeed. We call it a goaltender's mentality because they excel at a skill. We all have to know how to purge our positives and purge our negatives. You can't let a positive destroy you, make you replace it. You can't let a negative destroy you because you made a little mistake, right? So you just get it done. You got the technical level, technical aspects of the game. skating technique, your eyes. How many of you study the eyes? What can your eyes do? Their love, their caring, their fears. There are all kinds of things. Their focus. Whatever you want to do with your eyes, you can do it. You've got to practice it. You can't have a bad shot. You only need a shooting range for a shot. You need a nice shoot. There's no excuse to have a bad shot. Puck control, same thing. Body language, same thing. I mean, if you're going like this after someone misses a pass, you're giving it that one, or you just made a good play to someone and they missed the net, you'll give it that one. Hey, it's not good stuff. Body language will kill you in terms of people watching you. So be careful, right? It's good to be greedy. I don't mind good greed. Shoot when you should shoot. Pass when you should pass. Carry it only out of necessity. Do it all smartly. So you pass smartly when you should pass. Shoot smartly when you should shoot. And carry only out of necessity. Puck protection. You got getting there. Some people don't look good getting there. I can tell you this. After watching the Canadian Hockey League as many years as I did, watching skaters, I always try to pick the best skater. Not one time did the best looking skater be the quickest or the fastest. It was always some kid who didn't look good getting there. It just so happens to start out with wonderful. Falls down a lot. That's how he started his foundation. He gets there pretty quick. We got his test scores. He's quick. Alright? It's that simple. And we got quickness, playmaking, passing, speed, agility, balance. One thing with us, when you jump, you sprint, you lift, and you skate, there's 4 different muscle groups. Every one of those muscle groups are related to each other, but it's a different muscle group. So if we do that the same day, you're going to get bigger, quicker, faster, stronger. That's it. They all grow together. And we've got one more. We've got the surf set that we use on Wednesdays. That gives you the balance, the core, the strength. It's actually difficult as anything you do here. Right? You do everything intense. All your repetitions have no value if they're not intense. The neat thing about the dry life is it forces you to be intense because you have to get over something. Skating, when the coach blows a whistle, you don't necessarily have to go that hard if you don't want to play. But there's different degrees of skating, and you can probably get away with not skating as fast as you can skate. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm saying you can get away with it. In the dry line, you can't get away with it. You either do it intense, or you can't do it. That doesn't get any simpler. Alright? The grip of the eye, the puck control, all the technical aspects of the game. And you got the tactical aspects, you have hockey sense, you got critical moments, you got innovation, you got break width, you got gray areas. Some of you at your age, maybe some of this is a little strange. You got defensive play, special teams, creativity. All of these things you have to refine. You have to make sure you're good at it. Because every moment that you have in a game either defines you or you define the moment. Alright? Hockey's pretty simple for me. It's 3 games in 1. You either have the puck or you don't. You have the puck, you're on offense. If you do not have the puck and you're on offense, this part of your stick better have a clear path to the puck within 1 split second after your team gains the puck. Or you're not a good player. So, clear path to the puck to your team, split second after your team gets it. Person with the puck, I don't care if you're just about to get it or have it. You're thinking about who you can get it. That's what you're thinking about. Alright? Unless it's a case you're supposed to shoot smart. So then you got the defensive game when your team loses the puck. Split second after you lose the puck, the closest person to it gets on it awful fast. But you don't want them on your team. And you know how fast each player can skate. So if they aren't going as fast as their legs can carry them, I guess you don't want them on the team. That's pretty simple. But you owe it to your teammates to get there as fast as you can. Or without the puck, pick up your check. How simple is that? So then there's a game, the third part of the game where you're hard to play against. And we talked about that earlier. Things that make it hard to play. There's X amount of critical moments in the game. You either define the moment or the moment defines you. Alright? You do all this, and it will get exposed here. You focus in, you measure yourself, stay curious, you don't let people box you in, get rid of all your blind spots, talk a little bit about, learn to listen, learn to constructively critique yourself, get on a mission, you develop a mindset, you dare to dream. Bottom line, we are going to expose your strengths and weaknesses as a person and as a player. Right? Go through, we got the Jahari window, which sounds a little maybe sophisticated. It's used for alcoholism. There's things you know about yourself that other people know and you're comfortable with it. There's things you know about yourself, you might have looked up, no one's ever going to know about it. You can live with it. There's some subconscious things that enter your mind that are a result of the other three. And the blind spots are reptilian. The blind spots, simply put, are if there's 12 of us watching you play, we spot every one of your strengths and weaknesses. If you don't see yourself the way we see you, you are in trouble. When you see yourself like others see you, you're on your way to being a better player. But it might just be back checking, it might be just your work ethic. I'm not talking about scoring or passing or anything like that. I'm talking about all the little things, all right? That affects your subconscious mind. If things aren't going well, what did I say? Your feet and hands won't work. Your mind likes to do one thing at a time. That's why your feet stop when you want to catch a puck. Until you train your feet to keep moving when you're going to catch a puck. You know? I guess your feet are going to keep moving. Why do you have to have your top hand tight and your bottom hand loose? Well, the puck's going to hit your stick, it's going to slap in. If your hand is tight at the bottom, it's going to bounce on. Those top hand tight, bottom hand loose. Why do you keep your feet moving when you catch a puck? Now you're handling it, keep your feet moving, and you're passing it. Why do you have to do all those things? Your mind doesn't like to do that, so then you stop to make the pass, and you hit the checker instead of clearing up your clear path for yourself. So I'm just trying to keep it a little simple for you here. Okay? Do this, you become a complete player, complete person, complete practice, complete performance. Scouts don't find you. You find scouts. You make them look at the program. Who's that? You can't always do it by scoring. You overachieve in your asset categories. You be highly competitive. You got the it factor. When a person's got it, you know who they are. Anytime you see an actor, actress, singer, whatever, step on the stage, you say, boy, they got it. Why would you want someone to say about you, do that, someone about you as a hockey player? That person got in. Think about it. Charisma, assets, talk about thresholds, skill expression skill, get a little swagger, read your inhibition, be bold, have an attitude. When I say an attitude, everything's got an attitude. You've got an attitude, defensive partner, you have an attitude, line has an attitude, team has an attitude, organization has an attitude. You see teams with a swagger, playing in the Stanley Cup. You see them without swagger too, they lose. Alright? I think cities have an attitude, countries have an attitude. Everything has an attitude. Alright? You do all this, things get a little clearer for you. You may want to live the brand as you like, alright? There's our player profile. I'll put it on the internet. Alright? Do that. All the saying, all this gets exposed every day. So now if you listen to me when I was talking fast, you know everything I said, right? So let me hear what I just said about the foundation of the person. What did I say?
Mental toughness. Physical fitness. Physical fitness.
Yeah. Okay, must have said that. Alright? So, I think you got people get tired. Qualities that make you hard to play against. You got the technical level, you got the tactical level, you got the focus, you got becoming a complete player. Alright? Might get to the next one, complete player. You got the overachieving at the highest possible level. You do all this. Hopefully you win a cup, maybe a Stanley Cup ring. And I brought my ring today that we have, about 71 years to get it. So I carry it around once in a while. So I'll be around over here, and it's all over. If any young kids or anybody wants to take a picture with it, put it on, and you got some good swag. Anything else, Dino? Me, Dino. Thanks, Gringo. Dean Grill, I was going to go through some quick rules and regulations, some things we'd like to cover during the week. I'm one of the owners of the camp. Obviously, my father Chuck, my brother Robbie's on his way back in. I think the one group that Gringo forgot, I know he loves when they're here, Rachel's Renegades. So I don't know how many years exactly it's been, but they could probably answer. How many years is this now? 7, so it's awesome. Obviously, there's a lot of kids here this week. Everybody got a new schedule. It's changed a little bit, so it's very, very important that you follow those times. Okay? You're going to have X amount of time to get back from the ice. The vans are going to be going all day long, and we can't be taking extra time at the rink. So you get off the ice. It's going to be very important to get outside. The counselors take a roll call and get back here as fast as possible. Okay, same for those schedules for the lunch, dinner, whatever the case may be. All right? You got the fair almost probably 400 breakfast, 400 lunch, 400 dinner. Okay, make sure you show up when you're supposed to show up. All right, just follow it to the best you can. If it's 11:30, make sure you're not there at 11:20. Because you might be an older group coming through and you're pushing out, there's 8-year-olds here this week. So let's make sure we're giving them ample time to get through, so everybody gets through, everyone gets everything. All right, going back to the bands. As you guys saw already, they leave from right out front. Tonight, for sure, the one will pull up. You've already saw a couple leave. You get your gear down. Once you get your gear down there tonight, every person's going to have a locker room. You'll get in your locker room, your stuff stays for the week. All right? After tonight, the bands will leave from either right over here, right on the side, or right over here in the circle. Okay? Most of the time, you meet right out in front of the building, get on your roll call, and they go and tell you what 2 bands to get to. All right? For the parents, obviously this is the last week, so it shouldn't be much of an issue. Just with all the allergies now, no outside food, please. I'm going to tell you, if you ship something, it's going to go through my wife's office anyways. She's going to go through it before it even hits to your child, and 9 times out of 10 it stays up there. I just recommend probably leaving it at home, just to make it easier on everybody. Housing. Everybody's in their housing where they should be. All right, so if you're in the dorms, we shouldn't see you over here. If you're in the age range, we shouldn't see you wandering around over here. All right? Make sure you stay in your own housing. If there's something wrong with your housing, if there's lights, whatever the case may be, find your counselors. They'll find your maintenance men and get it taken care of as soon as possible. All right? Trainer's room. People that are new, it's right here. You haven't been here before. There'll be trainers here all day. There'll be trainers at the rink. Right? Anytime you need something. If it's injury and/or medicine, whatever the case may be, this room is right here. If you get injured, make sure you let them know. So they'll let the coaches know. They'll let us know what you can and can't do. All right? So make sure you see them first. All right? As you guys can see, the video is going on right now for parents that we leave here. The last 3-4 years, my wife has done a great job with interns. They work with not only my wife in camp, but also this is a big week for them with the Heart Down stuff. You guys can follow some of the stuff live on our YouTube channel. Obviously, they take hundreds and hundreds of pictures a day on Facebook. On our Twitter account, it's always posted. So I've had parents tell me all the time, you almost feel like they watch their son or daughter go to camp. They do a great job. So you can do it, follow it that way. The last thing I will say is this is a cool week for us. Obviously, we have Cardinal down, we have girls, we have little guys. I think besides that, tomorrow
we got a lot of NHL guys coming here to choose this place for the same reason you guys. All I ask is everyone gets excited, including myself, if they're here. Let them work out, let them do their stuff. They've always been accessible to everybody. But let's just make sure that when you talk to them, they're not working out or doing any weights. Or we usually set up times for you guys to get your autographs and do your stuff with them. So let's have a fun week. Kevin's going to talk for a few minutes on the weight room. And then at 2:30 also be loading on. All right?
All right, guys. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Kevin. I'm the strength and conditioning coach here at Minnesota Hockey Camps. Okay, I have an assistant coach, Matt Stegley, right behind you. Okay, he'll be in the weight room, and we have Jolene as well. Okay, she's got bigger arms than anybody. Better watch out. Okay, she'll get you. All right. Now, you will be in here twice a day during your dry line and your weight room time. Okay, we split this weight room down the middle. Everything over here on the green and over is during your dry line time. Okay, everything behind me is in your weight room time. Okay, so I'll be seeing you a lot. Okay, we need to make sure that we keep this clean. We need to make sure that you grab your own stuff. Okay, a lot of backpacks get placed around here. Make sure that you grab your stuff and your stuff only. Alright? Now, another thing, we cannot bring sticks in here. Okay? We have racks out by the shooting court. Leave them outside the weight room, that's fine. Just don't bring them in here because Jimmy will grab Sandy's and it's a big mess. Okay? Make sure that you take your own stuff. Alright? Now, we have a couple things that we want to talk about with our weight room. Right by our big garage door, on the ground, there's a big blue line. Okay? Reggie, why did we put that blue line in?
Get in the zone.
Yep. Right when you cross that blue line, you're in our zone. Okay? You're in our zone. Okay? Once you cross that blue line, you're focused and you're ready to go. Okay? It's hard work in here. It's time to show up to go to work. Okay? Now, this first whiteboard right here, we have two sides to it. The left side says 100 daily shots. Okay? This is totally optional. This is on you, whether or not you want to do it. Okay? If you shoot 100 pucks on our shooting range for 5 days in a row for 500 pucks, come up to me, come up to Segi, come up to your counselors, your coach, say, hey coach, I got my 500 pucks. We'll put your name and where you're from up there. Okay, why do we do this? Recognize. Okay, I'm better than you because I did more than what I was asked to do. Okay? That's how you get better, doing more than what you're asked. Okay, on the right side, it says SNS Weekly Champ. Okay, on Fridays, we'll have shooting and stick handling competition. Alright? If you win that competition, your name and where you're from will go up there. Okay, I know it's the last week, but it'll still go up there. Why do we do this? Bragging rights. Okay? Absolutely, bragging rights. Okay, go moving on to our next whiteboard. Our whiteboard that is blank over here. During your weight room time, whatever we're doing that day in weights will be up on that board. Whether that's a lift, whether that's med ball, beach workout, whatever we're doing that day, it'll be up on that board. That way you know what we're doing. Okay, the next whiteboard back here with all the little squares on it. Okay, during your testing time today, you'll be in here doing a bunch of fitness tests. Okay, if you place the highest for any of one of those tests, for your age group, your name and your score will go up there. Now, why do we do this?
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights. That's right, Reggie. You're up there. Okay, bragging rights. I'm better than you because I got that score. Okay, if you're not up there and you want to get up there, time to go to work, right? Okay, moving along to our other side of our weight work. Okay, since 2001, we've had a quote of the summer. Reggie, what's our quote this summer?
Those who stay will be champions.
Can anybody tell me what that means? Those who stay will be champions. What does that mean? No one. We got one right here. What does that mean? Absolutely. Absolutely. The more you practice, the better you get. If you have a goal, whatever that goal is, I want to be in the Olympics, I want to be a Stanley Cup champion like Gringo. Okay? You have to stay on the correct path. Gringo talked about that piece of wood, that new sign we put up. Those who stay the course, whatever course they want to go to, will be a champion, whether that's school, baseball, hockey, football, whatever you're doing. Okay, those who stay will be champions. Okay, the reason why we have that, there's a bunch of signatures on it. At the end of the week, we want you to sign your name and where you're from. Okay, since 2001, every camper that's came through here has signed their name. I'm even up there when I was a camper when I was this big. Okay, my name is right next to TJ Overseas. We've had Division Ones, Colby Baker winners, NHL All-Stars, Olympians that have signed that paper. You guys will sign that as well. And you're up there forever. We're not taking it back, which is pretty special. Okay, so when you're in here, we need to be ready to go on time. Okay, that means 5, 10 minutes early, 5 minutes, whatever, don't be late. Okay, because we start right on time. Or if not, maybe 5 minutes early. Okay, we have a tight schedule, and a bunch of people here, gotta be on time. Alright, if you need any tape tables, make sure that you get it before you start. Not right when your time starts, okay? Okay, remember, keep our weight room clean. Time to go to work, right when you cross that blue line. Let's have a good week. And when you're in here today for testing, make sure you were wearing athletic shoes or shorts, shirts. Okay? We'll get rock and roll. Let's have a good week. Remember,